All right, we're out here in Columbus, UFC 96, as we're getting ready for the weigh-ins and then, of course, the fights. And just outside the workout rooms, hanging out, is Brandon Vera. How you doing?
Good, can't complain.
Yeah.
About to go train right now.
Good deal. Good deal. We got a lot of stuff to get into. First of all, what's your mood? Because I saw something on the internet yesterday, kind of like maybe you've reached a breaking point a little bit in terms of frustration recently with some of the recent fights.
No, breaking point. No, just I
Maybe
found
frustrated with yourself.
yeah, frustrated with myself for sure. But I found my niche. I found myself again. It's this camp, so I'm happy. Ever since that Jardine fight, it's been a whole different training camp, a whole different thing. So it's cool. I'm back into having fun with this.
Yeah. What do you think you lost?
I don't think I lost anything. I think I got a big head. My head started swelling up. Not training like I was supposed to be, and man, just messing up.
Yeah.
Messing up, basically, yeah.
Were you not training hard, or you're just training the wrong way?
No, training hard. I always train hard, especially, but I only trained 8 weeks every time I had a fight. Then I would train 8 weeks, or I would train 6 weeks. And any other day, I was just at the house kicking it, not training, not watching tapes, not reviewing, not getting any better. You know, just kind of trying to stay in the same stagnant fighter.
Yeah. Why do you think that happened? Aside from getting a big head, I mean, why do you think you got the big head?
The wins were coming too easy, and then even when I was losing from, it's always some kind of stupid-ass excuse. Like when I fought Tim, I broke my hand. When I fought Verdum, the ref did stop that fight early as hell.
So you didn't notice maybe some mistakes you were making because you had something you could put to the side and go, well, I would have won.
Exactly. I had something to blame on. After that Jardine fight, I trained well for that Jardine fight, and I changed my lifestyle and changed a lot of things. That was a good fight. I enjoyed that fight a lot.
Yeah.
But it didn't go
That's the Jardine fight?
Yeah, the Jardine.
Okay, because a lot of the fans didn't, and then Dana White really ripped you guys, well, especially ripped you afterwards, kind of saying, the last couple times out, I don't know what happened to this guy. Maybe a lot of that was kind of the lingering contract deal, so maybe he was pissed about that. But
could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But a lot of people that I talked to like the fight, so I can't complain. Yeah.
Well, that's one of those fights. Jardine fights are interesting because there are times when, it's not interesting to be in there because he kicks like a mule, but I don't think people have respect for kicks like they do punches. So a lot of times a guy will throw, dozens and dozens of kicks, and it doesn't look like it's, damaging, but I'm sure afterwards it hurts like hell.
Yeah, I went to the locker room and Jardine was icing up his legs a little bit, so I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I didn't finish the fight, so I lost.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So you look surprised. Are you not getting some of this when you've talked to people about just kind of – because, one of the things I think we're all asking is, hey, Brandon was a high riser, moving up the charts really quickly at heavyweight. He fights a couple times at 205. The Reese-Andy fight, I know you weren't happy with it. And then the Jardine fight kind of turns out to be a decision but maybe not reaching potential. After you were on such a high, how does it feel to – you're not even on the televised portion, and you're not exactly. Mike Pad looks like a pretty good fighter, but you're not fighting. You were fighting big names before. So, what's your reaction to that? Because I think, are we reacting more to that, the media, than you are?
Yeah, I think the media is. Fuck them. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm here to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be televised. I don't need to be this superstar. I need to go in there and whoop people's ass, and I'm getting back to that. So I think I was getting too much into the media and starting to believe all the shit that everybody was writing. So. Fuck them. Let them be mad. I don't care.
I don't think people are mad. I think in some ways people are disappointed. We're like, hey, we used to see this guy on the main card. Now he's fighting someone we don't know as much. It's just that. So because there are fighters, you know this. There are fighters you talk to and they're like, who am I fighting? And then they'll overlook them, maybe make a mistake. So you're not doing that. You just want to go out and win.
Reese-Andy knows how to win. He's 13-2. He knows how to beat people. So for sure, I'm not overlooking. I said Reese-Andy. I'm not looking for Mike Pack at all. He beats people, He's tough. I saw his last 2 fights he lost, but he was in there mixing it with the guys, Yeah. And it's a process. I got to climb back up that ladder, get back in, but don't get it twisted. Like my favorite one, everybody's like, "Oh, you're not even being televised." So fuck, I don't care.
Yeah.
Who was it? John Fitch fought GSP. He fought GSP the best out of everybody so far, I think. And then the next time it was on, it wasn't even televised.
Well, what happens is we all try to make stories, too. That was also after, there was the battle with AKA, so people figured, now they're sticking it to John Fitch. So there's always some kind of story.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah. So how do you feel now in terms of at 205? Because you you were doing so well at heavyweight, yet you were a smaller heavyweight. And in some ways, I look at the fights, and it's like, well, was he better off up at 225, 230, where he was the quicker athlete and kind of surprising people, versus 205, maybe where the speed advantage is in there? I don't know. How do you look at it now?
I am comfortable with 205 right now. Like, it was weird at first. The pace is different. Training was different. The athletes at 205 are a lot different than heavyweight. But I was banging with Jardine. Jardine beat Forrest, Chuck, everybody else. I banged with Jardine to a split decision. I mean, I'm in to win. So now I'm at 205. I'm going to stay at 205.
Yeah. And it's got to be interesting looking at this card, because you figure if you can get a dominant win, maybe you're back in the mix with these types of guys. Because that to me, ultimately, you want to make money. You want some fame. That's the glamour division.
For sure, yeah. 205 is where it's at. It's like the who's who of what's what in MMA right now. It's 205 is stacked. No matter where you're looking at in the world, the UFC 205 division is probably one of the thickest fields in the bunch.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think happens in the main event?
I don't know. It's Jardine. And then it's Rampage. Rampage is the hardest punching dude I've ever trained with. That dude punches so hard. Like Forrest was saying, even when you block his punches, it's going to hurt your arms.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So what does Jardine need to do?
Don't get hit by Rampage. Don't get hit by Rampage. Don't get hit by Rampage. And Jardine just does Jardine. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Well, the other thing that's cool for you that potentially is out there, there's a lot of money on the way, not only with the fights and, if you get big fights at 205. Again, not to say that Mike Pat's not a big fight, but if you do get big fights, they're going to be going to the Philippines eventually. Mm-hmm. You're one of the, 2 or 3 Filipino fighters, if you include Felipe Nogueira, who just came off the show, and Munoz. You went there.
Yeah.
So give us just for Americans, kind of what could be on the way in the Philippines, because we know they love Manny Pacquiao. So what's your reaction to you guys?
It's ridiculous over there, man. Like, it's honestly being in the Philippines is like the big fish story, It's no matter how grand or how awesome I tell the story, you wouldn't believe me. And then I wouldn't even be able to tell it as well as it really was. When we went over there, man, it was ridiculous. It's like being Elvis over there.
Really?
And you're a fighter. Filipinos love people who fight. They're like, oh man, I saw your videos. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. And no matter what I say or no matter how long we have to explain to tell you, it's not. You can't fathom how big it is over there.
I mean, you're Filipino, or part Filipino, and we watched Chuck Liddell over there, and it looked like there was a mall filled with like 4,000 people for Chuck Liddell. Mm-hmm. So imagine, and I can't, the guy I can't imagine, because we say it, we hear about it with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
That I know people here don't believe it, but it looks to me like Michael Jordan here is like nothing compared to Manny there.
Over there, yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's exactly how it is. Exactly. Yeah, MJ here is not like Mr. Pacquiao over in the Philippines. It's crazy.
How old are you?
I am 31.
Is Manny younger than you?
No, he's older, I think. Hopefully.
I think he might be about the same.
Damn it.
Mr. Pacquiao. Yeah, he deserves it though. He's done a great job.
Yeah, he's earned it. It's a beautiful country too, man. Just to be over there to fight would be awesome. Yeah. Plus, it's home. It's homeland.
Do they have like big arenas there, or would you have to fight? Would they actually try like an outdoor fight? I don't even know what they would do there.
I hope they would have it at the Araneta Coliseum where the Thriller Manila happened.
Yeah.
What Ali and Fraser was it? Ali and Ali and Fraser Thriller in Manila. Yeah. I hope that's where it's at. I visited the Coliseum. It was huge, so it could accommodate the UFC.
I've
been there. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. That would be awesome. We'll see. Make it happen.
Well, you got to win. That's right. That got you on that track, right?
Exactly. And let's not forget Munoz. Munoz is fighting on this card too against Matt Hamill. Yeah.
What do you think of that one?
Munoz is gonna whoop Hamill's ass. Yeah.
Why is that?
Nobody knows about Munoz. I've been training with Munoz. Munoz is a beast.
Can he? I know he's been working with Roach, and I got to see him a couple times in WEC, and we know he can wrestle. So I think that is going to surprise people. That he's going to first time Matt Hamill's going to meet someone and be like, "Oh, I can't throw him around."
Yeah.
Are his hands good enough to take advantage of Hamill?
For sure, his hands have improved tremendously, and he's confident in his hands too. So he's going to be just fine with his hands. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be good. All right. Well, that's Brandon Vera. You all right? He's flipping out early. I'm just telling you what goes on, on the net, and I think a lot of us are just disappointed that we're not gonna. I'm gonna see it because I'm gonna be here, but maybe people don't get to see on TV. And
I feel bad for the fans, but I'll be on TV again soon.
There you go.